Hey, it works. Imagine that. That's great. Hey guys, I just want to talk a little bit about these HVAC systems or these mini splits. You'll notice a couple years ago I bought a system, about a 3-ton. I think it's 2.9. It actually has three nozzles that come out of the main unit to put 3 of these in here. So right now we're only using 2. We got one in the bedroom and one in the main room here. So my experience with them is that I'm okay with them. The problem that we have with them is last night it got about 23 degrees outside. And in this one, this is 16 by 40, and it only kept up with about 65 degrees. I wanted it at 70, but you only do 65. Well, in there, I have another mini split in here, and it actually stayed at 70 degrees. So that was good. I think it got up to 71. So generally speaking, these systems are really good for, say, an 8 by 40 container. But when you go to a bigger container, like this one here, 16 by 40, it just doesn't keep up on the heat. Now, I haven't used this during the summer months yet, but I think these are better air conditioning units than heat pumps. Now, the question is, why did I not go with, let's say, the other type of HVAC system with the air ducts? Air ducts are really kind of in a unit like this, in a build like this, like with the containers, it's a little bit more trickier. This one would have been good with air ducts on the bottom because the container's actually off the ground a little ways. So I can actually run the ducts underneath and then blow the air up. But I don't know that much about those systems. It was just really simple to put those up and be done with it. So when you look at the time-lapse video, you'll notice that I kind of installed this kind of backwards. Normally what you do is you finish the walls and then you mount it. But the problem there is I needed to mount the hoses, the tubing, into the wall. So what I ended up doing is framing it, foaming it, then went ahead and run the tubing down the wall and then down outside, down to the main unit. And then what I did was when I came in back later and put the drywall in. It was really difficult to put the drywall in behind this because we were using the unit prior to drywalling it because it took us a little while to drywall it. So guys, is mini split right for you? Well, that depends on a lot of factors. Probably one of the biggest factors is your R factor. What is your insulation like? As you probably, if you look back at the videos, we did about 4 inches all over. Some areas are 3 inches, but some are mostly 4 inches of closed cell foam. And what they tell me, it's like, I think the guy told me it's R factor 6 per inch. So that would be what, 24? So generally speaking, I've got a pretty good R factor, 24 throughout the house. I think the other room has 3 inches, so that's a little bit less, maybe 18, R factor 18. But so that's one factor. And the size of your container. Now this container here is only 8 foot by 40. And that one unit works just fine. Like I said, it got down below 30 degrees last night, 21, 22, and it was 70 all night long. So that was great. But in this unit, this container is 2 containers, so 16 by 40, and it's struggling to keep up with it during anything under 30 degrees. It's going to be hard. But again, it gives me an excuse to buy a potbelly stove, and for this winter months. I don't know what it's going to be like in the summer when it's 100 degrees. I'll let you guys know. So the big problem that I see is we're going to be adding an upstairs. So we can't have the upstairs on heating and then down here air conditioned or vice versa. If you're using one heat pump, a variable fan, you got to maintain the whole system, either air conditioner or heat. So I might end up, even though I have 3 outlets on my main unit, my pump, I might go with a separate, like a 1 ton just for the upstairs. But that's a long way, that's a couple years from now. We're gonna live in here for a while and enjoy this. So the other thing is the variable speed, you know, the mini splits, they have a pretty good efficiency as far as electricity goes. I don't spend a lot of money on electricity. I think when we added this one, I think my power bill went up $10. So it's been right around $100 all year long. And of course we run other things, but we run this thing air conditioned summer months and heat in the, you know, the winter months. So there you go. So anyway, that's all for this edition, this episode. As you can see, we're doing some drywalling, and that video is coming up shortly. And I got a second video coming up on what's going on here. So you'll want to stay tuned for that one. So I hope you enjoyed this one on mini splits and air conditioning, heating, and HVAC system. So if I had in the future, if this doesn't work, then I'll probably remove this, patch up the drywall, and then run a duct system if I really want to do that. So anyway, that's all for now. Ciao for now. We'll see you later.